This is Ben. He here from Utah who wants to talk about his experience with sexual anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ben.
Hey, how are you? I sent you an email from Thailand about a year and a half ago. I was possibly going to meet somebody, possibly have a relationship. Of course, I didn't, but I was just so anxious about it, just based on past experiences and religious upbringing and stuff. So I just thought I'd check in and let you know that it didn't work out.
Oh, sorry to hear it. What was the I guess the barrier there? How did your anxiety get in the way, or was that the thing that got in the way?
Well, I don't know. It's just I'm always so scared to get into a relationship, just terrified. And I always find some way of talking my way out of it. So the lady wasn't cute enough, or something. Just I find some way to talk myself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't happen. But I was there in Thailand. I just got back in February, so I've been back a long time. Well, back just a short time, but I was there a long time and had many opportunities, but could not get anything going.
No, I hear that. And when we have those kinds of, quote, failures and we start to build it up in our mind as, I messed up and I'm the common denominator and it didn't work out then and I'm still here, so it's not going to work out again. That very much becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And as we get more and more evaluative and we start measuring our performance and we tell ourselves, well, because I keep failing, I must be a bad person. And because I'm a bad person, I'm going to keep failing and punish ourselves and treat ourselves with this really harsh and evaluative voice that says that we'll only be kind to ourselves if we can achieve at a certain specific level, and you must be at least this tall in order to succeed in life. Then we're almost guaranteed to have that kind of reaction. And so I guess I would really encourage you, in addition to acknowledging that anxiety, to approach yourself and to approach relationships and everything else with maybe a little bit more compassion, to recognize that whether you are good at dating or bad at dating, or however you want to evaluate yourself, to simply say that you are how you are. And if you would like to change, that you can do so with a little bit of time and effort and focus and attention and a little bit of loving kindness, that you can move the needle a little bit and change the way that you interact with folks. Melissa, what might you add to that as we're talking about this anxiety piece?
I love what you're saying. I think it's also very difficult. What's coming up for me is the idea of relationship OCD. And I'm not trying to diagnose you, so I apologize. But your statements are kind of reminding me of this relationship OCD, where we get stuck in this uncertainty and doubt that a relationship will work out, and we just cannot get past those thoughts at all. And it's painfully difficult. I don't know what's going on for you, but I'm hoping that maybe something about this show or any of these shows that you see on this podcast is something that might be helpful for you. And I do know that talking with someone about your struggles, your worries, your fears, about relationships can help you find some freedom from those fears.
And coming from a peer,
I'm thinking
just the idea that you are willing to travel so far to see if a relationship will work, that says something to me. There's some people who don't even want to date outside their zip code, and so to do as much as you are willing to do to see if a relationship will work, that's a huge step that a lot of people wouldn't be willing to take. So that's pretty impressive on my end.
Yeah, I mean, for folks here in Austin, I mean, I'm usually not willing to date south of the river. So I definitely hear what you're saying. That is a meaningful commitment. And I think it just goes to show that there is a willingness to put effort and energy into these things. And that's going to be the most important ingredient in almost any situation.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I was there for about 2 years, and I was trying to retire. It didn't work out, but I'm going to try again sometime. And I think in the meantime, maybe I should see a therapist. I think it might help.
Hey, I hate to be biased, but it doesn't sound like a bad plan.
And thanks for keeping us as part of your community for the past year and a half. Very much appreciated.
All righty.
All right.
Well, thanks for listening to my story.
Thank you for sharing with us, man.